economics, if your motive is to protect the environment, you might want to rethink wind, solar, and batteries because, like all machines, they're built from non-renewable materials. Consider some sobering numbers. A single electric car battery weighs about half a ton. Fabricating one requires digging up, moving, and processing more than 250 tons of earth somewhere on the planet. Building a single 100 megawatt wind farm can power 75,000 homes requires some 30,000 tons of iron ore and 50,000 tons of concrete, as well as 900 That's nonsense. The Democrats are teaching our kids to be racist. These are all fake vehicles in a class warfare to get you to vote against your own interests. And they can't do it by saying, you'll never get ahead, ever, ever, ever get ahead in the United States repeatedly. They have to blame it on something like race, i.e., race, you're oppressed. You'll never get ahead. So they use this class Ha. 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 Ha.
I think what we're going to have to do is build a wall around the village before we build a base. And what we're going to have to do there is go to the most defensible area of the village and build around that, which is probably this upper hill section. So we build a small area around that, and then we can slowly go from there, build down and around these other buildings, and then finish this up here. However, if we're building everything out of wood, which is what we're doing right now, it may lead to an issue. We're going to have to cut down this forest. But basically, creepers are going to burn down anything that we build, so... I'm gonna die already. Grab these sticks and get out of here. I don't know if there's any food down there. I didn't see any animals. Sorry, sheep. Definitely gonna need stone as well. This is a very risky proposition right here. Tells me that there's a cave system down here. Is that stone? Here we go. I don't really use andesite or anything much in the other mods, but let's do another crafting table real quick. Furnace. Might have to start trying to use this andesite because I don't really know much about it. I never use it, so there's some more material to use over here. Now to save on materials, we're gonna have to use andesite or something instead of cobble for the castle. I think in the vanilla game it looks a little weird, but I mean this right here looks okay. I don't think it's terrible. Now we're gonna need this cobblestone for furnaces and tools and everything else. So. Let's go ahead and nab up as much as we can. Three of the same color. Never mind the no creeper thing. Spawned behind the house. Glass. So we need to find a water source. Because I don't really know how to do anything water-wise besides with glass. Like, let me look in here. So, canteen. This is something. Okay, so hide. Water bucket plus canteen. Okay, so we can use water bucket. That's nice. And it's hide. Wait, what was that? Huh. 5 hide. I just happen to have enough. Cool. But that says that we have to... We have to fill it up with bottles anyway, so it doesn't matter. It just holds more. So where can I get sand or watermelon? Might be able to get sand over there. Wait, what was the zoom key? Is that sand? Alright, so our mine shaft is over there. Building here. Village there, village there. We're gonna come this way, and actually, we're gonna get some more sheep real quick. And that'll give us enough for a bed, I believe. As well as some meat from later. I believe they need wheat to raise, so that's good. But this is a pretty big village here. I think there's 3 villages pretty close vicinity here, which is nice. See if there's any sand down in here. It's stone. This white stuff isn't sand, and I don't know. Nope. So it's a bunch of colored stone blocks. It's already getting dark. Or it's just cloudy, I can't really tell. Okay. So we need to remember where all this stuff is. I mean, we have a little bit of water here, but we have no container, so we need sand. And then sand only spawns near water. So another village over there. That looks like a desert village. There's cactus, so there's sand there. Good, 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 good. Now, for the short term, I mean, carrots may get us through, but winter will show up eventually, so we got to start stockpiling food for winter. Interesting enough, we could make a pretty effective wall out of sand for this village. They blow it up, it's just gonna fall down. Let's just check out this village for a second. Maybe take a sleep over here. The village that we came from was right over there, so I mean it's okay. But I doubt there's going to be a water source. I mean, the water that we have in that village over there will keep us alive. Like, we have 3 villages with water that we can kind of survive with. But, I mean, that's not going to be a realistic way to stay hydrated after a while. Oh, they don't like me. I do like this village though. They got a lot of guards and stuff here, so they're probably pretty comfy. See what this farmer trades. Potatoes. Okay. No food that I can use. See what this farmer trades real quick. Wheat. I mean, that's not terrible, I guess. Now, if we had that celestial mod on, we'd have 20 days to get something built before a red moon. And then, I mean, that would probably destroy any village that we come across. But a good amount of water here. Okay, well, we have our sand. We can make plenty of bottles. We should be able to make a canteen as well, which will give us quite a bit of water. As long as I don't die out here. At least the sand doesn't, like, kill me. So that's great. I might have to add, like, dynamic surroundings. That way, we can get better, desert stuff going on. Question being, like, do we bother mining the andesite to build a wall with, or do we just go with the wood? Basically, I want to keep the creepers away from any bed that I happen to sleep in. We could build a wall around the mine shaft, for instance, and that would probably work okay. So maybe that's the best bet. I mean, the village may slowly burn to death over here, but we can only do so much. And then it comes to trade-off of, like, is it worth it to grow wheat if we're raising animals? Because if you butcher an animal, you can get 2 or 3 meat, which do like 2 or 3 hearts a piece, or hunger bars a piece. So, I mean, I'm guessing wheat would be more efficient that way. Since it would take 2 pieces of wheat to raise 1 animal. That's an almost complete nether portal. I'm gonna dig this back into the actual mountain, that way they don't sneak up on us. Make a couple doors. could do realistic torches as well. All in all, I feel like this is going to be a fairly sturdy little place to sleep in. I don't think they're really going to get through, and then once we build a wall outside, it should be fairly secure. Let me... Where's my pin? I buy a bunch of brand new pins and they just all disappear. So, what was this? Federal Cyst, Dominoes. What we got to do, if we're gonna make this like a real survival game, okay. Oh, this is all my test nodes. Let's go to the back. Okay. So we have the changing weather. We have hunger, thirst, energy. We have more advanced creepers, which is enough. We can have possibly Blood Moon, which will give us a 20-day window before everything goes to hell and we get destroyed. That would also mean that, you know, you'd either have to have a well-defended base yourself, or you'd have to have some area away from your base that you would fortified specifically for the Blood Moon, so that your stuff doesn't get destroyed. Realistic torches would make it to where your base wouldn't be safe with lighting. You'd have to actually physically go out there and make things spawn proof, which I like that idea. It makes torches a kind of like a useful item, but not like super crazy. It's gonna be, you know, I don't know, something a little bit more manageable there. And then there's that advanced AI or whatever it is. That makes the zombies use lava and all kinds of stuff and dig. But I feel like that might be a little bit too much. I think Blood Moon would probably be the best. I mean, you don't want to deal with creatures 24/7, but Blood Moon, and then with the Creeper mod, is going to make it to where the Creepers are going to completely annihilate through your defenses, I would assume. So that's probably the game plan. All right, so we got some more meat. Now we can go ahead and cook some sand, get that going. We're going to keep the cobblestone and use this andesite to kind of fortify this area for a little bit. So we're just going to move the andesite over, and then we're just going to like thicken up the corners and stuff. So if something comes through, it's going to be either the top or the front. And I can live with that. So, because right now we're down right in here, so we have a good thick layer in the back to really help with that. We can possibly thicken this up a little bit if we want. Now, this is the mine shaft, so let's go ahead and kind of inspect. I don't know how far Let's go. Is that another village? Am I losing my mind? I mean, there's a decent amount of mountain here. Nothing bad. There should be a... Ooh, there's a chest. There should be a way to finish this portal. I think there's another one somewhere. We can get some lava off of it once we get iron. And then from there, we can kind of make our... Speaking of iron. Flint. Temperature 1.5 points. Curse of Binding. Curse of Binding doesn't sound good. Okay, so. Yeah, so we're gonna have to take these bottles, fill them up with water, then, you know, purify the water, get ourselves hydrated. Perfectly good at 12. Make yourself a couple chests. Kind of stash that back here. Stash some of this, stash some food, leather. Those extra just kind of random blocks that we don't need. Doors, acorn. That. Let's see how much we can get out of this. Not really enough. Okay. Let's take these bottles, go get some water. And then we're going to need a water source at some point. Now, any of the andesite and stuff that we mine, we're going to have to use that to kind of make our base or our castle, I would assume. We can take the water from here, but eventually this will dry up and then the crops will die, which isn't the best case scenario for anybody. There's not a well here, is there? Grindstone. Oh look, there's lava right there. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab some of the water. Look how much water that took. I don't know if that's going to keep the crops alive or not. I mean, we got enough water for now, but you can see how quickly we're going to go through. This is maybe, like, this village filled us up like one time, so we maybe have 2 or 3 options to fill up our water. So we're going to have to find some sort of water source. And I'm assuming there's not going to be water in the desert over there. Probably going to travel this direction. And then from there, we can kind of look for water. I would like some iron beforehand, but we'll have to see. That or a watermelon. Like I would much prefer a watermelon at this point. Just because how handy they are. Okay. So we look for water now, or we mine. We do have enough wood to make a ladder, but we're 105 blocks up as well. Hundred and 5 blocks up. Since they won't have digging zombies, ladders are actually a really good option. Digging zombies completely destroy the ladders, but 105 blocks. So that's at 90, which would get us at 15. Something like this. And then we're going to need more sticks. That had to have been right on the surface. Yep, we can see how this is going to play out. So I can use the cobblestone to mine this down, or I can just leave it, but now that wall's getting pretty thin. Can't really waste cobblestone at the moment. It has more practical use than andesite. Andesite kind of looks like just normal stone with this texture pack, so it's not really as bad as vanilla. Okay, look. Thought for sure that thing was going to come and destroy the actual wall there, but it didn't. Alright, so this is where this is going to be, and then we'll use this door to seal this up. And then we're going to have to dig down, so we need to equip the torches, because we don't really need to waste the torches in the mine shaft. So get some ladders. Boop. And we're going to be going down, boys. Now, I'm not sure how to keep myself from getting hot, because we were running into that issue before. Everyone's too scared to dig straight down in Minecraft, but we got the plan. That looks like a pit to me. Alright, so let's grab onto this ladder before we do this in case the floor cracks out. Okay, so that wasn't so bad. What level is this? 77. So eventually, something's going to break into this level. We're going to go ahead and snag all this iron real quick. I don't know what kind of block this is, but it looks like wood. We'll snag the iron and then we'll get out of here for now. No need to really risk this at the moment. Try to remember where we came in at. I swear it was right here. Alright. probably should move my furnace. If we're gonna be realistic here. So we get a bucket, which is going to let us carry quite a bit of water. Try to make one of these things. I don't remember how it was made. Takes 6. Okay, so I'm 1 short. Here's Johnny. Alright. Got ourselves a canteen. Now if we take the canteen and we put purified water in there, you get purified water canteen. Which saves space. And now we get a bucket, which will allow us to fill up the canteen. So we don't need glass bottles really anymore. Too bad we don't have the, what was that thing? It's like there's a mod where you can have like a belt and you stick stuff on your belt and it shows up on the outside of your character. Anyway, fertile seasons, spring and autumn. Summer and autumn. How do you know what season it is? Season, summer. Cool. So, summer. Okay. We'll find some water and then we'll come back and deal with that. We're gonna have to get food ready. Go ahead and stick these on. I mean, they might not help, but they might help. I don't know. Actually, we might just need to make some armor and stuff out of this. Go ahead and take these. Do that, I believe. Gives us a shield, which we'll need. Grab, make some pants. That gives us just enough for an iron pick when we get back. That. What does that do? Temperature, 2.7 points. Alright. Clock. The clouds actually do make it pretty hard to tell like when you Need to like plant and stuff like that. Alright. Hopefully the water source won't be too far. Although I think your first piece of armor that you should get in real life is a helmet. Because head injuries are terrible. It's a very steep wall, you know, maybe there's a little river over here. Maybe not. Basically this whole section right here is a pretty steep wall. There's iron right there. Good amount of it too. Good thing Minecraft doesn't have like over encumbered weight, you know? That'd be crazy. Bumblebees, cows. If I was water, where would I be? Should have brought that compass. End up getting lost. I'm gonna like do that. I mean, if there was going to be water anywhere, it should be right here. This is a massive pond. Like, if I find water, I'm building whatever I need to pump it right here. The desert's on that side, which doesn't give me much hope. But even a desert needs water. Maybe the ocean is past the desert. Oh, shit. I mean, there are pumpkins here. Maybe I should have went through the birch forest, and that maybe could have got me to some watermelon. Like, if I get watermelon, it's game over. I wish the animals spawned around water or something. That would be helpful. Found another village though, so I mean, I guess that just it increases our water. I didn't bring a bed, so that's something. I don't really know how to bring my energy levels back up, besides sleep. Come on, village. Ooh, baby chick. Well, there's water here. I can give it that much. How much? I have no idea. would have been a water source over there. Looks like the mountains just get taller over here. Climb up this mountain and see if there's anything useful up here. If we're being realistic, water would go down to low valleys and trees would be around it, I would think. Or, you know, being able to dig a well would be nice. This dry, barren wasteland. If I do find water this far out though, like you imagine, I'm gonna have to build a pump system to get it up to a high elevation and then aqueduct it all the way back and then hope that the water supply doesn't get low. Signal torch. More pumpkins, big mountains. Giant mountain. Another village. I mean, that gives us a few villages we can suck the life out of, but what happens if I turn up my chunk distance? PC is getting pretty toasty though. Yeah, I don't think that really helped much. It's just taking too long. Let's bring it down to like 20. Ooh, there's water right there. What's up, bud? Oh, yes, brother. We got a nice little village here. We got a nice little mountain that we can use. Massive ocean. Or a lake. Any case, we could build a wall around this village. It's not a very big village, but give it a little bit of protection, and then build walls and ways up to the top of that. Yeah, basically just build a wall across there and across there, and then connect it, and we'll be good. I didn't bring my carrots, but whatever. Let's look at how big this here water is. I'm sure it's just a lake, but when you picture how far that we just traveled to find water, I mean, we're gonna have to start from ground zero if we build over here, but water's so important. Look, more water. Midsummer. Okay. Alright. We got all this glorious water. It looks like it might go to... If it does, that's going to be great. Okay. Let's set up an old baseroonie over here. It's midsummer, so we have a couple of months in game. Probably a few days before winter hits. And the water's going to freeze over. And then I don't know how that's going to work. And then food will be an issue, but I mean, there's hay bales and stuff here, so we might be able to survive. We just got to gather minerals, which we will do right here. I mean, there's two stands already set up. It's in the middle. We can build a mine right here. Fairly protected. Either build a mine or we start building the walls up the side of this castle. Like we build up there and then kind of wrap around. I don't really know. Let's build a mine over here. Just build it outside the wall. Why not? Or ideally, we could build right there, build that stairway up, and then move it across, and just, all right, so that seems like a good idea. We'll just build right there. We'll build the mine over here, and then we'll use the mine materials to build a wall around this place. Oh. Gotta see if there's any farms around. What do you trade? Potatoes and carrots. Zombie flesh, gotcha. There's a little bit of water here as well. Doesn't look like they have carrots here. Their food options are pretty limited, so I'm gonna have to go back to grab carrots and stuff to try and grow. Child. You don't need sleep. You're like 8 years old. You want to stay up anyway. Give me your bed. One, two, three, four, five, six. Set up a little base of operations. We're doing good, people. We're doing good. We need to get the water from over there, though. And, probably need to get the iron that was in that cave over there. We're gonna have to cut down trees. So we're definitely gonna have to cut down trees. And there's not a whole lot of those here. We have some birch trees, but Probably should just go with these oak trees. Or go back over where we put that torch, get that mine or the iron out of there. Use that iron to make another bucket. Use that bucket to get water to make farmland. Go cut some trees. Cut all those trees off over here. Be alright. I don't remember exactly where that torch was. But... You saw iron here, right? Yeah. So we got water. Okay. We got some water here. Some coal, some iron. Is good. We can probably nab a boat or something and take it out over there. I might look into the auto planting tree thing too. I don't know. Auto planting trees could be nice. Oh shoot. That's a quick way to take out a tree if it didn't destroy all my wood. Oh, the heat. I'm telling you, if this server ever like works, it's gonna be crazy. Like being able to burn somebody out of their base, just that's absolute absurd. I can use all these sticks anyways. Woo! This is the main problem with cutting down trees like this. It leaves you exposed for quite a while. don't know why you can't, like, make, what was I doing with all this wood? Ladders? Anyway, they should make it to where you can get, like, wooden pails. I think that would be good. What is this, anyway? Plains biome? Here's the thing, though, is like, if we had that Celestial mod on, we would have had to have made the decision to leave and look for water day one. Because right now would have been about the time that the first red moon would happen. And although, like, I could probably layer a few walls around this and hold out for a night, possibly, this village would get absolutely destroyed. I don't even know how I'm going to defend the village when it comes down to all of that. $101. You got 114. Yeah, we got enough ladders for it. I feel pretty safe inside of this bed in this little area, though, so I think we're gonna be good. Alright. So now it's time to start investing into some farmage. It's already the end of summer, so might be able to get a little bit of wheat going. But we're basically gonna have to take this. think that we're gonna really want to build a bunch of farmland in town, but it would be relatively close. So we can take the water out of this well and build it. 1, 2, shoot. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wish the rain produced more water. So basically, like, if we had the seasons mod going on, and let's say like summertime and stuff, the water was really hard to come by, but like the other months it rained a little bit more, then you'd have to store water for summer, and then during summer keep everything watered so that it's all good, and then use that food to prepare for the other months, you know? But conversely, if we do this, we can get 2 or 3 wheat, like 1 to 3 wheat, I think, per crop. And let's say if you get 1 wheat per crop, it'll take 3 crops to grow, to make 1 bread. But 2 of those would be enough to breed 2 cows, which then you could butcher to get a piece of meat, probably a couple pieces of meat and stuff. So we're gonna have to be getting into animal taming here in a minute. Anyway, the animals are just gonna be a lot more efficient to use. I don't know why you have to have slime balls for leads, but that would be the ultimate thing, is to have, essentially, we're gonna have to become nomads. So if we build a farm like this, it's fine, and we may be able to sustain it for 20 days, but then if a blood moon hits, we're gonna have to be able to pack up and leave. And packing up the water would be easy enough, gathering the crops would be easy enough, but then you have to wait for them to all grow. Whereas animals, you can just move them. And I don't know how long. Like, with everything else going the way it is, I think it's gonna be like a few days, Minecraft days. That's how the months is working. I'm not sure. We also have to consider like how we're gonna stay warm, because I don't know how that's gonna work out. We do have trees in our little area over there. So that's another thing. If you have like winter freezing temperatures and stuff and blood moon going on at the same time, like, you're not going to be able to fight nearly as hard as like during summer. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. I can't believe I've did that so many times. Look at this. I don't know if I can sleep during the day or not. I don't even know how to manage energy. We were doing so good. Look at like this. Nothing's gonna break into that. Had a whole mountain behind me. Right here, stairway up, wall off this, stairway up, you know, wall off this or something, and then up here, build your little castle. I mean, it's perfect. And I die. Like, I need to look up how to, what would that be? That would be, but this is what I'm saying though. I'm not able to even survive the normal game mode at the moment, so I don't know if I want to put Blood Moon in, but we had the plan. I mean, you have to have a mine shaft early on. I mean, that's about the gist of that. You have to get iron, use the iron to get the bucket to make farmland, use the farmland to grow wheat and stuff to raise animals, and then you're gonna have to use keep water, so you have to be near water. So as soon as you spawn, you need to find a massive amount of water, and then you need to build there and get things going. But you also probably want to be near a village, but they seem to be spawning pretty close together. So I mean, this right here, I think we would have been good with this. I mean, we had a month or so to prepare for winter, and so we would have been able to stockpile some food probably. And then this would have been just hit. And I'm really curious if snow is going to melt and make water, because that means that the water would slowly pull up down here, and then you would need a way to get more water, to be honest. Otherwise, everything would flood. But you can see how, like, in this version of Minecraft compared to normal Minecraft, how being stuck in one little area like this could be your whole gameplay. Like, you don't really even need multiple chunks unless you want to get slime balls and stuff. It's just like living in an area like this, you don't have any reason to really go anywhere, and it's hard enough getting on your feet that you don't really want to go anywhere. You go, you build your base, and then you're trying to figure out what the hell to do. And like I haven't been able to get to the point where it's like, oh yeah, I can totally do. And if I put Blood Moon on top of that, that means that yeah, I would be stuck here in this one spot, and then it will get obliterated after 20 days, and I'm gonna have to move. And that would one, it would kind of suck because like this right here is a really good location, but it's also like, man, I ran across like 6 villages on my way to get here. So they're just slowly going to wipe out every village, and you just have to pick up your stuff and continue moving until you could finally build. But this right here, amazing area. But essentially what I was going to do is I was going to build the stairwell up right there, come up, and then come back across, build it up, and then build my castle on the top there. And then down here, build a wall across here to the other side, and then build from across here down. Like I'd build across there, somewhere I'd build it across. Probably cut this house off, cut it across here, and then connect it on the back side. And then you'd have one layer of wall surrounding this bottom area, which would have been perfect. And then you can slowly just go up the hill and build your entryway here, and then just kind of slowly expand the village if you want right here. And I can only imagine the destruction with Blood Moon. I mean, it might fry my computer at this point. Like, my computer's been getting pretty hot doing this. Man. Can't believe I died farming. Where's my body at? I ran into here, and then I ran out. And I think I was trying to get somewhere. I don't even know where I was trying to get. I was trying to get to a bed, but it was the middle of the day. I don't even know if I can sleep. Damn. Let's look at that mod. What was the name of it? Probably survive. Boop, 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 boop. Minecraft survive mod tutorial.
With Minecraft.
Ultimate survival base. They have a wall and they have a farm inside of glass. That wouldn't survive what I'm going against at the moment. I mean, digging zombies and stuff would completely obliterate that. Creepers alone would probably take it down.
File as well, which once again we're just going to save to the downloads folder. Now while we're on CurseForge, we're going to make one last stop, and that is to download
Simple oak survival house. So let's look up the survival mod.
This is Minty, and welcome back to
With Minecraft 1.12.2.
To your game, ranging from simple rainstorms all the way up to giant tornadoes, and these can actually cause damage to your world, so just like the general disaster.
What you knew about Minecraft, making it a lot harder to survive on your own in a Minecraft.
Hello everybody, this is Minty, and me and I have just been overwhelmed with work. Anyway, I am finally got a chance to record, so here I am. Basically, what this mod does is it's a new feature to your survival, which basically makes it so that you have thirst along with energy. So basically, food, right? So in Minecraft now, when you get thirsty, you would have to drink water as well. So yeah, in Minecraft, so for example, let's show you guys the energy one first. So let's say I'm running around, right? And the more I run around, as you can see, the more the energy bar goes down. So yeah, basically I can run around a lot and a bunch of my energy will be gone. However, if I stop running and I just kind of sit still for a few moments, give it a moment and you will see that the energy will start to replenish. There we go. So yeah, I'm just like chilling here, and yep, there we go. The bar is already
So you're telling
at
me
max again.
that all I had to do was stop moving and I would have survived. That kind of makes me mad. I mean, that was a great world, and I panicked trying to run to a bed because I was taking damage. That man.
So yeah, you can kind of do that. Another thing you can actually do to help replenish your energy is once you run around, and as you can see, I'm going to make my energy go down again. Yeah, I can basically just run around like this, And I could either wait till night, or for right now, I'm just going to put time set midnight, why not, so that I can go to bed. And as you can see, as I'm sleeping, the bar is going back up, so that when I wake back up in the morning after sleeping, the bar is completely back up. So yeah, that's how you, you know, kind of restore your energy. Alright, so why don't we talk about the thirst aspect some more. So I'm not actually thirsty for water bucket this mod, shall we? Drinking your water can drink because
I want to see this
but
armor
yeah, I don't know. Let's hop in this lava over here. And yeah, as you can see, look at my health bar. It's orange, right? So technically, even though I'm kind of dying from the lava right now, I'm dying faster than I usually would because of the temperature thing as well, because I have that temperature debuff. So yeah, see, I'm even still taking damage because it thinks I'm really, really hot right now. But if I go in the water and cool off, that will be gone. This also works if you are in an extremely cold environment as well. For example, there's some new armor that you can get in this game called wool armor, or not necessarily armor, but like kind of like an outfit, right? So let me just put that on, and this will protect you from getting too cold if you are in, let's say, a snowy environment. So yeah, guys. Oh, as you can see, I'm finally getting thirsty now. That's nice. So yeah, guys. From getting in, your friends, subscribe, leave.
Hey guys, welcome back to Power. We should add a mod which adds some new survival mechanics to Minecraft. There are plenty of options, but one that keeps true to the vanilla game is Tough as Nails. Even though it's discontinued, it still works perfectly. With this mod installed, you now have to manage your body temperature and thirst. But it's not too difficult, as there's new blocks and armor to help you out. One mod that's compatible with Tough as Nails is Nutrition will assign custom food groups with the levels of each one providing beneficial or negative effects. With the default setup, these are dairy, fruit, grain, protein, and vegetables. Some effects that are included will cause you to receive mining fatigue if you're lacking in most nutrients, or resistance if instead you're well fed. Animania completely overhauls passive creatures in Minecraft. Firstly, they'll now have completely new textures, models, and animation, which brings a more modern appearance. Their mechanics are also completely overhauled, as now some animals will actually fight back and won't breed unless they're happy. Also included is new breeds for each animal type and genders. I always recommend installing a biome generation mod to make your world feel more realistic. My personal favorite is Biomes of Plenty, which adds a ton of new biomes for both the overworld and nether. If you do this mod, just make sure to install models and animate, because now some animals will actually fight back and won't breed unless they're happy. Also included is new breeds for each animal type and genders.
Animania.
Always recommend installing a
realistic torches was what I've been thinking about putting in, just because it makes your torches go out basically, and it makes them a pain to light.
Torches will need to be set alight using a matchbox or flint and steel. Torches will also go out after 60 minutes of real-world time, or if they're hit by rain, which should force you to seek out alternative light sources early on.
I'm not sold on that though. I think you can modify the time of the torches before they go out, but 60 minutes, I mean, you're gonna have to light them a lot. And basically just light them at night if you're staying up at night, but yeah, it just makes things would be a lot harder.
Hardcore darkness will completely remove the minimum block and skylight in Minecraft. This means that areas that don't have any nearby light sources will be completely blacked out, and you won't be able to see. It's a good idea to also use Optifine with dynamic lights so you can carry a torch during the night. With our next mod, Blood Moons will have a 5% chance of spawning each night. When that happens, the number of mods that spawn will be massively increased.
5%. I don't like that one. Spawning 5% chance a night, I don't like. I like having a set time frame. So I think the Celestial mod does that, but we have to see.
As well as their proximity to the player, adding an extra layer of difficulty to survive. While it doesn't necessarily increase the survival aspect of Minecraft, Dynamic Surroundings is a great addition. It makes some huge changes to both audio and visual effects, making Minecraft feel like a whole new game at times. There are new sounds for biomes and footsteps, and visuals for auroras and fireflies. Now we're at the point where we can...
So Dynamic Surroundings. We've already been thinking about, but
can add some randomly generated structures to your world. There are two mods that I personally love to use, and these are Recurrent Complex and Ruins. Both these mods combined will add hundreds of new structures, some being simple, and others being large with loot to collect. Now we're at the point where we can add some randomly generated structures to your world. There are two mods that I personally love to use, and these are Recurrent Complex and Ruins. Both these mods combined will add hundreds of new structures, some being simple, and others being large with loot to collect. Roguelike Dungeons is another exploration-style mod I love to install. With it, large dungeons will spawn beneath the surface consisting of multiple levels. As you work your way down, the enemies will become more difficult to defeat, but the loot will be more valuable. You definitely don't want to venture down here unprepared. Reskillable will allow you to level up various skills in Minecraft. There are 8 new skills, which include mining, gathering, attack, defense, building, farming, agility, and magic. You can level these up by spending some of your standard experience, allowing you to unlock abilities and content. For example, using a diamond sword will now require you to have an attack level of 16. Rough tweaks will make some changes to Minecraft's health system, making it a little more realistic to manage. Having a full hunger bar will no longer regenerate. Food funk will cause food to rot over time, meaning you have to be more mindful when you should plant and harvest crops. You can use this mod alongside Canny Composter to turn rotten food into compost, which can be used to enhance plant growth, similar to bone meal. Though there are additional items such as ice boxes, which can prevent food from rotting. That concludes this list. If you enjoyed it,
yeah, I mean that last one's kind of interesting, food funk. Alright, I think I'm gonna go get some food real quick. I might be back here in a little bit. I have to run to the store.